Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Art of Giving show at prconnectionsradio.com, the voice of new media. My name is Guy Dawson. I'm the managing member of Classic Communications, a full-service public relations and advertising company, and also the executive director of the Cause Marketing Chamber of Commerce. And I am here with a good friend of mine. He is the president of Las Vegas Host Lions Club. It is the oldest Lions club in Las Vegas, and he's going to talk about all the tremendous service that Lions Club provides for the community. And welcome to the show, Marlon.
Thanks, Guy. It's a pleasure to be here.
For our listeners out there who might not know what Lions Club does, will you explain what your organization is all about?
Well, the Lions Club is actually the largest service organization in the world. It was founded back in 1917 by an Illinois businessman by the name of Melvin Jones. And we're now over 1.4 million members, and we're in 47,000 clubs in over 200 countries around the world. So what Lions are about, in 1925 or thereabout, Helen Keller challenged the Lions to be the Knights to the blind, so they referred to it, to help with the blind and visually impaired. And so Lions took on that challenge, and we remain a leader in that area, in that market, even today. So what we do is we're a service organization, but our number one focus is on site and anything to do with site.
And as you mentioned, you're an organization that's been around for a long time, and you're one of the largest service organizations in the world. What is it about Lions Club that you think is so appealing to people, and why do you when you've got millions of or over 1 million members, that's really kind of a special and big thing. What is it about being a part of Lions that is so attractive for people?
Well, the thing about Lions that makes them unique is that vision is such an important aspect in people's lives. It's one of the, each one of the major service organizations usually have a number one reason for being there. They vary from all sorts of things, from cancer to childhood hunger to all sorts of things. But Lions focus primarily on the blind. But as well as focusing on the blind, we raise money, we support things like, I don't know, Guy, have you ever heard of beat ball? It's baseball for the visual.
I have heard of that, yes.
It's incredible to watch these people play softball. But anyway, so we do some service work with 3 Square Food Bank. We work at the Las Vegas Rescue Mission. We do all sorts of things, anything and everything that we can do. We do have equipment for doing vision screenings, and we do a lot of vision screenings for the homeless as well as in the schools for especially the underprivileged kids.
And as I had mentioned before, you're a member of Las Vegas Host Lions Club, which is the oldest Lions Club organization here in Las Vegas, established in 1938. And what drew you to join that club? What
drew me to join that club was a friend of mine that invited me to come with him and have lunch and come and listen to a speaker that day, and I did. And he twisted my arm to join the club, and I did, and never looked back. That's probably been 4 or 5 years ago.
Well, so you've been a member for a while, and has service always been something that's important to you?
Service has been important. It's where happiness comes from, in my mind, in my opinion. When you're doing things for other people, there's a reward that's unlike any other reward. It's not financial. It's not emotional. But you feel good when you're helping other people. I know many years ago, a dear friend of mine told me before I left to spend 2 years in South Africa, he said, "Marlon, remember one thing." He said, "When you help your brother across the river, you find yourself on the other side." And that's always stuck with me. And that's been a driving force. That quote was a driving force in my life and still is today.
And I am very familiar with your club, working with you. You reached out to me recently and asked to help out with some public relations and marketing, and I know we're really starting to develop that. And you've got a lot of members of that club who have been a part of Lions for many years. How is that something that is appealing to people who would potentially want to join a Lions Club organization, having all these experienced Lions as members?
Well, Guy, if you think about it, people today, especially now with all the COVID things going on, people are tending to look to ways that they can help other people, whether it's their neighbor, whether it's the elderly, no matter what it is. And so people are looking for a cause. And what is very nice about Lions is because there is a group of people that have been doing this for a long, long time, that are well established and who have paved the road already to serve people in various organizations. So for a lot of people that aren't connected to anybody or anything or serving through their church or whatever, they have that issue of, okay, where do I start? Where do I go? How do I serve? And to be honest with you, Guy, for anybody that is in that position, that is not maybe ready to come over and join us at the Lions Club to serve, there is a website called Just Serve that has a whole list of companies that to offer and need service. And they've got information about who to contact and time of the day or time of the week or whatever. So Just Serve is a great resource if you're not ready to join a club or an organization. But being a part of the organization is we are affiliated with the larger organizations that need help, and more importantly, in the area of the blind and sight.
And I know that you talked a lot specifically that vision is one of the big platforms for Lions Club. What are some of the other projects that you've worked on along with the vision in the time that you've been a member?
Well, we every year annually, when the Ronald McDonald House does their big food drive, we get very, very involved at grocery stores in twisting people's arm to buy extra food or things that they need that they can donate. 3 Square Food Bank, like I mentioned, we do a lot of that. Anything that comes along that we might have an opportunity to serve, we are open to. We are not limited in any sense to vision. One of the things that one of the clubs particularly is working on is with the Nevada Diabetic Foundation. Help people, which affects sight, and that's kind of the tie-in there. One of the big projects that we have right now, and we would welcome all of your listeners, viewers, to participate with us, but we are collecting and doing a coat and blanket drive for the homeless teenagers. Summer hopefully is about over, and some cooler weather is going to start coming in, and there's a lot of homeless teenagers on the streets that could use coats and blankets, even clothes. It's not just limited to coats and blankets, but that's the drive that we chose to work for. So anybody that's got that stuff, please have them let you know, and we'll make arrangements to come and pick them up or tell you where to drop them off. But that's a great one that we're on right now.
Any club that has lasted as long as Las Vegas Host Lions has been around must have a strong leadership core. Would you like to speak to that? What the leadership component of a club like that, or Lions in general? How could a person grow in that area by becoming a member?
Well, first of all, our Host Lions Club was founded in 1938. So we have been around for a long time. And every year the leadership changes. So most of the people in the clubs have served in all the positions. We do have a board and board of directors and all of the other officers. And all in all, we total about 14. And so the guys that have been there for 30, 40 years, and there are many that have been there that long, have certainly seen it all and done that. So they catch us fairly newbies and bring us in, and we kind of get voluntold sometimes as to, what they would like us to do. But it's very rewarding to be able to understand and manage people. I've been self-employed my whole life, and very much a type of a person that is about building people. And so my job as president this year is not to come in and dictate my desires and my wills, but what it is to organize the board in committees and get their goals and help them achieve those goals and help them create what they want to do this year. And so when you join Lions, at any point in time you want, we can involve you in the leadership. You're going to learn, you're going to grow, you're going to get some skills for management and work to get things done and serve people. It's a great, great place to grow.
And you are the president of the club. What is the path that you go on in order to, are there other seats that you have to fill before you become president? What is the leadership structure like in Lions?
Yeah, guy, there is. In fact, I don't know if I got it all scrubbed off, but sucker was written on my forehead, I think, for a lot of years, and I keep trying to scrub that off, but no, not at all. You can get on committees. You can get involved as a first, second, or third vice president. And as the president moves out, that position opens up. The first vice president then becomes president. And the second vice president now becomes first vice president, and so on. There's membership chairs. There's people that are involved in the fundraising. One of our biggest fundraisers of all is an annual golf tournament. And I wish I could remember how many years that golf tournament's been going on, but it's something like 40, 50, 60 years. It's incredible. It has gone on for a long, long time, every single year. That's one of our big fundraisers. And we raise money, Guy, to make donations to nonprofits and charities. And that's our whole purpose for living, is to be able to donate money. And we're always looking for people to come and speak at our meetings that are from and represent some of these charities, 501c3s. They don't even have to be a charity. If they're doing something good in the community, we want to know about it.
Yeah, I think that's an interesting component of your club, Marlon, is the fact that you're consistently bringing in people who represent different nonprofit organizations to share what they're doing, and that's like such a great networking opportunity, because Absolutely. There are so many great causes out there, and a lot of people never really even hear about them, the huge ones, and there are some really big ones that we're all very aware of. But I think it's helpful for organizations that might not be as well known to have a platform like being able to come and speak at a Lions Club meeting, to get some publicity so that people know about the good works that they're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So we're open to that all the time. We've had Mayor Goodman come in and speak to us. We've had a wide variety of people. One of the causes that's kind of weighing on my heart that I want to get speakers in on here very soon and look for ways to help them and serve, and that's for the human trafficking, especially the sex trafficking that goes on here in Vegas, because it is 100 times more prevalent than most of us know or have any idea. We sleep good at night and think life is good, all is well, and in reality, out there on the streets, there's young kids that are being picked up and held hostage and threatened with all sorts of things if they don't go out and perform. So that's another one that we want to get into this year.
Well, it's another great thing about doing these types of interviews, Marlon, is that we just did an event, the Cause Marketing Chamber, with the Cupcake Girls a couple of months ago, and I don't know how familiar you are with them. But they are
Great.
a sex traffic. Yeah. And I learned so much about what they did. They were our featured nonprofit a couple of months ago. And it's great, the things that they're doing. You're familiar with them?
I've only heard of them. I couldn't tell. That's about all I can tell you about them. Not even sure what cause they do. Aren't they involved with the sex trafficking as well?
They are. And again, that's the great thing about this is now this is something that you're interested in. And because we did this interview, I know exactly who to put you in contact with over there. I know the person who is the facilitator of the organization, who can completely dial you into what they're doing. Great organization that's helping a lot of people.
Absolutely. I look forward to making that contact and getting them scheduled to speak. So yes, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. Well, and you know what, Guy, I appreciate the fact that you spoke to the Lions Club, our host Lions Club, about joining the Cause Marketing Chamber. I really was bummed that I wasn't able to make the your last event. Trying to remember what conflict I had, but there was just no way that I could make it and be there. So we're anxious to get the membership involved and come out and rub shoulders and get to know the people that are out there that you're supporting. So I look forward to that.
Your club in particular is very entrepreneurial and business focused. Yeah. Would you like to speak to that? I know all of the Lions clubs, I'm sure, have their own culture. Why is there such a business focus with Las Vegas Host?
To be honest, I can't tell you why it started out that way, but it did. And that was one of the things that attracted me because I have been self-employed my whole life. I spent 27 years in the insurance business, and around town I'm known as the insurance cowboy. So that's kind of part of the reason for the hat, because that's who I am. But all of a sudden I'm drawing a blank on the question. Gee, Christmas.
Oh, the business orientation of
the business orientation. And so that's one of the things that attracted me and drew me to it. And I'll be honest with you, when I first joined, it was like, okay, cool. Maybe, this would be great. I can go serve and make some contacts and maybe boost my sales a little bit. And it didn't take very long before I realized that, you know what, you don't join an organization like that with that in mind. You go in and you serve. Another saying that somebody told me once that sticks with me is, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So people are going to do business with you once they get to know you, like you, trust you, and you've been around and they know what's in your heart. And so it is a good business organization. Most of the members are either in business now or retired from a business. And but that certainly is not a prerequisite. It's not written anywhere that you have to be a business owner to join us. But what it does is it creates an environment where you've got some good, serious business people. We meet at lunchtime every Tuesday. 4 weeks, there are clubs that meet once a month or every other month, and there's clubs, most of the clubs tend to meet at night or for breakfast. So it's a good group. It's an excellent group. The speakers that we bring in are not only, they're either going to be charity group oriented or they will be business oriented, things that are going to be of value to business owners as well as the charity owners.
Yeah, it was a good point that you made about networking being an outgrowth of the cause that you're supporting or the fact that you're serving other people. But one of the things that I've discovered by being a part of this community for quite a while now is you meet some high quality people, period, in these types of organizations like Lions Club and others that are very civic minded, which that naturally lends well to your business because of the types of people. So you tend to find, and I wanted you to speak to this a little bit because I know you do a lot of other business networking as well. And the quality of the people that you tend to meet in these types of environments is high, because these are people who are obviously, they don't have to volunteer the way that they volunteer. People pay to join Lions Club, and it's not an inexpensive commitment that they've made. And I say that because of the quality of the types of people that you meet in organizations that you join tends to resonate in the type of business that you're able to do. Again, it's the outgrowth of your commitment to service, and then the networking and the business that you get is secondary, but a lot of high quality people in Lions Club.
Absolutely. And like you said, you're going to find the finest people that you'll ever meet there, because we're all like-minded. We're there to serve. It's all about doing something to help other people. And so when there's assignments that come along that we ask people to do, you know what? They step right up. There's not a concern about it. They're there to help. They're there to serve, whether it's to serve the club or whether it's there to serve the community. And we have a great time doing it. One of the great things about the people that are there, we go out of our way to make everything that we do fun and memorable. And even if it's serving at the Las Vegas Rescue Mission, we have a lot of fun. In fact, when you're dealing with some of those kind of people and you begin to interact with them in a very pleasant, very nice way and respectful way, it's amazing to watch these people blossom and mushroom, because they're not used to being treated well. And so when you've got that attitude of serving, it puts you in the right frame of mind. You're not looking down on these people in any sense of the word. You're there to serve them, and you have a lot of love in your heart when you're doing that. And when you've got a group of people that have that same mindset, it's absolutely incredible. Great, great people.
Lions Club has certainly mastered the art of giving, which is the theme of this podcast, Marlon. And I'm sure there are a lot of people out there who would be interested in learning more about how to be a part of a Lions Club organization to support their community and worthy causes and meeting great people. When you join an organization like Lions Club, there's so much to offer depending on what it is that you're looking for. But ultimately, the focus is, of course, serving your community and helping others. And how could someone out there who wants to contribute connect with you to find out more about your specific Lions Club or the organization?
Well, there are quite a few Lions clubs in Las Vegas. I want to say 14 or something like that, but very few of them are as active as we are. But I would tell you this: if you want to get a hold of me, I can certainly give you the information. Even if you go online, if you can remember the Insurance Cowboy, that's easy to remember, and there's lots of stuff out there online that you can track down my number. But if you're writing it down or got a paper and pencil handy, my cell number is 702-203-5954, or my email is Marlon C, MARLONC @call CALL -associates ASSOCIATES.com. Or if you're still writing, you can contact Derek Miano at 702-315-6100. But there's a lot of, thanks to you, Guy, and our social media presence. If you look up Las Vegas Host Lions Club online, you'll find Guy's great work. And on there, you'll also have the information to get a hold of us and contact us, and when our meeting times and dates are, and so on. As well as, and thanks to Guy, we are posting our speakers that are speaking and trying to keep our speakers out maybe a month ahead, along with bios and titles for their speeches. So you can go online and look and see who's coming up to speak. We really have got some incredible speakers coming up, and from here on out. And it's one of my jobs is to make sure that we have some extraordinary speakers that are going to be coming up this year. Would love to have you come join us. And you don't have to join the club. You're welcome to come to a meeting. The only thing we need you to do is pay for lunch, and you're more than welcome to sit in, watch what goes on, listen to the speakers, and you'll be well fed physically and mentally by our speakers.
Absolutely. Just a great group of people who represent all that's good with humanity. Being a part of an organization like Lions Club, again, having the opportunity to represent you as a PR guy is something that I greatly appreciate, Marlon, and your leadership. And I look forward to continuing to work to promote Lions Club, because it just exemplifies, and we do appreciate the partnership now, you becoming a part of the Cause Marketing Chamber. I think we're definitely, we vibe very well with our objectives of what we want to do. And
Sure.
Yes, I'll encourage you out there, if you want to be a part of an organization that truly is making a difference and that understands the art of giving, I think you could certainly benefit from an opportunity by joining Las Vegas Host Lions Club. Yeah, reach out to Marlon for more details, and please come by for a visit one of these days.
Absolutely. And Guy, just maybe in closing, I don't know how close you are to wrapping up, but Lions Club does have a group for the teenagers and the younger people called Leos instead of Lions, and we are trying to get a Leo club established here. So it doesn't matter if you're a teenager, high school, whatever, and you want to get involved. Please give us a call. We'll get you hooked up and get you set up with one of the Leos clubs.
Thanks again, Marlon, for being a part of the Art of Giving show at prconnectionsradio.com. And we appreciate all of you who are out there listening or will be listening to the podcast of this broadcast that we're doing today. And stay tuned for more broadcasts with givers in our world here on the Art of Giving show at prconnectionsradio.com. Have a great day.
Great. Thank you, Guy. Take care.
Take care, everyone.